Thank you for the introduction. I know we're running behind schedule, and I know everyone wants to go for lunch, so I promise I'll be as quick as possible. Just a very quick introduction. I'm the technical director and co-owner of Chrisons. Chrisons is a cloud-focused IT service provider. We specialize on Azure, Microsoft 365, and security with Microsoft solutions and Fortinet solutions. It's very fitting that I'm speaking right after the AWS presentation. And I know it's every vendor has their positives and negatives, and I think in the hyperscaler environment right now, I don't think there's a lot of differences around the services, but I hope I'll be able to demonstrate some of those differences and why we have chosen to work with the vendors we work with. So, how many of you know what adaptive cloud is? I'm too technical, I know. So, the adaptive cloud, I hate to have to stand here, I'm so sorry. I'm not used to just standing there. It's okay. I'll sit, that's not much better. You need to walk the stage, right? So, in our environment today, things are moving very fast. Things are changing very fast, especially now with AI. Innovation and progress is extremely fast. Even us in technology sometimes have a difficulty keeping track and keeping pace with innovation, but we do our best. And I understand a lot of you in the audience who are not necessarily technologically driven may have even more challenges in keeping pace with that. We are also seeing a huge adoption of cloud, and not only one cloud, and many times we see multiple cloud providers being used. We have industries where edge locations are very important, and in the fintech world, more specifically in the financial services and forex, we have a lot of companies. We have they have data in Azure, they have data in AWS, but they also have data and services in locations such as Equinix or other data centers for cross connectivity with the markets. So we have a plethora of locations where our systems, our services, and our data resides. So and a lot of this data then goes to the cloud, right? So we need to have flexibility. We need to have adaptability and agility. But at the same time, we have to secure all these environments. In a lot of the customers we speak to, we see that a lot of the times the team that is handling the cloud is different to the team that's handling the on-prem infrastructure or even the edge locations. So this creates a lot of challenges for those organizations and disparity around the operating model. So the concept of adaptive cloud is how can we unify all this? How can we enable your organization, either internally or through the help of organizations like ourselves, and operate all these systems and all this data in such dispersed environments better, okay? So adaptive cloud through the Microsoft world, which is the world where we see and work with mainly, is all about achieving that, right? So we want to unify all these things together. So what is the adaptive cloud? It's the ability to operate with AI-enhanced central management. I love how AI is in every single presentation, every single sentence nowadays. I did side note, I did a very quick podcast with Panos before, and I said something I think very important. We need to try and ignore the hype and really focus how this technology can help our organizations. And hype is very good, but let's really focus on our business and how this technology can help our business. So we can have a central management and a central pane of glass for all our services running all around the globe, either in Azure or other clouds. It allows us to rapidly develop applications and unify data and really innovate. I'm going to skip this slide. So the whole concept of adaptive cloud around Microsoft evolves around Azure Arc. Azure Arc is let's say the service that enables us to onboard AWS and GCP and also on-prem services into the cloud, so we can have a single pane of glass for all our infrastructure. Okay, so this works with many cloud providers and many services, and also Azure Local. Through Azure Arc, we can utilize a lot of the operating, management, and governance services of Azure across clouds and across edge and on-premises. So we have, I'm not going to read them all out, but you can see all the services that are very available for you. And one little point I want to stand out on is actually Defender. I think that is a big differentiating factor around the adaptive cloud story of Microsoft, is that it has a very strong story around security also. So this enables us to secure our infrastructure globally and distributed as well. Okay. Other interesting parts we're going to see now is about scalability. I thought I fixed that with the timing on my slides, but I guess not. So through the adaptive cloud story of Microsoft, we can run and deploy applications through a unified operating platform on Azure, on premises, on Azure Local, which I'll mention in a minute, and also AWS and other clouds. So you can have your Kubernetes clusters. I mean, if you're a development company that you have a lot of services that you develop, a lot of the industry standard is around Kubernetes now. So you can have a central management around your Kubernetes clusters everywhere. Not only that, you can also have your container registries replicated across the environments. So you can have a single container registry that is you can deploy on the cloud and on premises. And I think that's quite unique, I think, in the adaptive cloud story. My God, I really messed up with these timings. So I'm going to skip that. The same story goes with the data as I introduced initially. Through the adaptive cloud, and the story are specifically around Azure Local here, is that we can run our data services on cloud and on premises, and that gives us a shared data plane globally and across edge locations, cloud and on premises. Okay, and that combined with the unified operating model, that really enables teams to really harness the power of the data in a much better way, and really build their data and AI strategy on top of that. Because AI without data is not really AI. It can't really operate without data. Okay. So other than, as I mentioned very briefly, one of the areas where adaptive cloud story comes is also around Azure Local. So with Azure Local, as mentioned previously from AWS, they call it AWS Outpost. In the story of Microsoft, this is Azure Local. So you can have your Azure Local services running in your data center or in an edge location, like in a co-located data center like Equinix, and then you can manage all your hardware from there. In other scenarios, in other industries, we have even edge devices that can be onboarded onto the adaptive cloud story through Azure Local and Azure Edge. Like rugged devices that can be on ships or in retail stores or other locations. So the whole story around adaptive cloud is that we can really go from the machine in our data center or in our offices to the data center to the cloud, and we have this unified operating model across all areas. This can really provide us with a lower total cost of ownership, much better ROI, much faster innovation, and really a secure and compliant infrastructure across the whole scenario. Now, that's the adaptive cloud story. And now I'm going to talk about the other really core focus area of our company, which is the security aspect of it. I already mentioned in adaptive cloud that we have the Defender suite available everywhere. Now we're going to explore the other areas around security, which is securing our whole network, okay? Through our collaboration with Fortinet, being, I think, one of the largest vendors in security, what we provide and what we promote to our customers is to have a unified security posture across on-premises, edge locations, and again, cloud. So with the advent of SASE, and I'm going to skip the slides because I hate slides. With the advent of SD-WAN and SASE, we can really secure our infrastructure and our users and our data across the whole ecosystem of cloud services, on-prem and edge locations. So we have our users joining this fabric, let's call it, which is our network, spanning all areas, okay? So how do we bring all this together? I'm going to just skip to the last slide because I'm a little bit cautious of time, and I don't know how long I've been speaking. I'm going to skip this. It's everything I said in 2 words. So the whole thing we want to really drive down and really discuss with our customers and you guys is change is very fast. We need to have as simplified and as secure operations as possible. So what we are really good at is bringing together the technologies from the unified security aspect of Fortinet and the unified operating and security model of Microsoft, and we can deliver this as one unified solution that can enable you to really deploy anywhere around the world and secure all your data and users all around the world. And that's it.